Welcome back to the Bold and Unbreakable channel. Today we're delving into a critical topic that many of us can relate to: toxic friendships. We'll explore the factors behind it, the signs that you're in one, and ultimately how to decide when to rebuild bonds or let go of toxic people. So let's get started. When and why friendships can turn toxic. Miscommunication is a common trigger for toxic friendships. It often starts with a simple misunderstanding that isn't effectively addressed. This miscommunication can fester over time, gradually poisoning the friendship. Imagine Naya and her friend Kenya have a disagreement. Naya feels hurt because Kenya unintentionally forgot about her birthday. Instead of discussing the issue openly, they both brush it under the rug, thinking it's just a minor hiccup. Little do they know that this unresolved conflict is the seed of a toxic friendship. Another significant factor is unresolved conflicts. When issues go unaddressed or are ignored, they can simmer beneath the surface, eroding trust and intimacy and eventually turning the friendship toxic. Naya's resentment about her forgotten birthday builds up. She starts to feel that Kenya doesn't value their friendship. Without addressing this core issue, their friendship becomes marked by emotional distance and tension. As a result, a once close bond gradually deteriorates. Change is a part of life, and it can significantly impact friendships. When friends experience shifts in their values, beliefs, or life priorities, the friendship can become strained and ultimately toxic. Imagine Nyla discovers a newfound passion for social activism, while Kenya remains indifferent to social issues. As their values diverge, their once strong connection begins to wane, and they find it increasingly challenging to relate to one another. Jealousy and competition can also fuel toxicity within friendships. When feelings of envy or competition take hold, trust and mutual support erode, gradually transforming their relationship into a toxic one. So, as Nyla's social activism gains recognition and success, Kenya starts feeling envious. Instead of celebrating Naya's achievements, she constantly compares her own accomplishments to Naya's. This competitive undercurrent ultimately hampers the friendship's warmth and supportiveness. Lastly, toxic friendships can emerge due to a lack of personal boundaries. When friends don't establish and respect each other's boundaries, the result can be invasive or disrespectful behavior, creating a deeply uncomfortable and toxic dynamic. For instance, Kenya doesn't respect Naya's boundaries regarding her personal space. She often drops by Naya's home unannounced and uninvited. This invasive behavior violates her sense of autonomy and causes their friendship to feel stifling and toxic. Now that we've explored the reasons why friendships turn toxic, let's delve into the signs that indicate you might be in a toxic friendship. One of the most apparent signs is constant negativity. If your friend is constantly negative, frequently bringing down your mood without offering any positivity or solutions, it's a strong indicator of a toxic friendship. When Naya speaks to Kenya about her social justice projects, she constantly responds with pessimism, highlighting potential obstacles and dismissing her achievements. This constant negativity weighs Naya down emotionally and makes her question her friendship with Kenya. Manipulation is another telltale sign. If your friend tries to control your decisions, guilt trips you, or emotionally manipulates you to serve their interests, it's a clear red flag of toxicity. Kenya, who is still envious of Naya's success, tries to manipulate her by suggesting that she's neglecting their friendship in pursuit of her social justice projects. Kenya uses guilt to make Naya feel responsible for their deteriorating relationship. Next sign of a toxic friendship is a lack of trust. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship. And when it's broken, or when you can't trust your friend, it can create an emotionally challenging and toxic atmosphere. In their case, as Naya's success continues to grow, Kenya becomes increasingly suspicious of her motives. Kenya starts doubting her intentions and honesty, leading to a pervasive atmosphere of mistrust in their friendship. Emotional vampirism is another clear indicator. It involves friends who consistently turn to you with their problems, but when you need their support, they're rarely available. This one-sided dynamic drains your emotional resources, and it's a sign of a toxic friendship. Naya often listens to Kenya's troubles and offers emotional support. However, when she faces personal challenges and reaches out to Kenya, she rarely responds or she isn't available. This one-way exchange leaves her emotionally depleted. Lastly, constant criticism can be a prevalent sign of a toxic friendship. Kenya frequently criticizes Naya's social justice activism, claiming it's not as impactful as she believes it should be. This relentless criticism chips away at Naya's self-esteem and overall well-being, making her question her own values and accomplishments. Now that we've covered the signs and warnings, let's explore the challenging decisions of whether to rebuild bonds or distance yourself from a friend. Begin with a self-assessment. Reflect on how the friendship makes you feel. Is it constantly draining, negative, and stressful? Does it support your well-being or hinder it? Next, consider open communication. Have an honest conversation with your friend about your concerns and feelings. And sincere talk can sometimes lead to a resolution. If you decide to rebuild the friendship, establish clear boundaries. Make sure both you and your friend understand what it is and isn't acceptable in this relationship. In some cases, you may want to seek professional help. A therapist or counselor can guide you through the complexities of toxic friendships and help you navigate the process of rebuilding them. Evaluate the progress. If you and your friend genuinely commit to a change and work on resolving issues, monitor how the friendship evolves over time. Lastly, trust your instinct. If the friendship remains consistently toxic despite your efforts, it might be best to consider ending it for the sake of your well-being. In conclusion, recognizing and addressing toxic friendships can be challenging, but it's crucial for your emotional and mental well-being. By understanding the signs, warnings, and taking thoughtful actions, you can make informed decisions about when to rebuild bonds and when it might be best to distance yourself from friends. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Remember, your friendships should enhance your life, not diminish it. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, take care and stay tuned for more insightful topics on having a bold and unbreakable mindset.